Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakapadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And a sincere Shalom to Yalak out there teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, and the brother Yasharon, and I just seen this on Twitter. I had another lesson planned, but we're just gonna go with the spirit on this because this devil is great at creating delusions and deceptions. Okay, because they have this thing called World Mental Health Day, but really the problem with mental health here in the world it really stems from the root cause of it is the wicked being in rulership, okay? Which we know that the Lord is putting spirits on people, using Satan to put spirits on people in these last days. But it's really because the wicked is in rulership, man. They've created this society where people live on social media and they're subject to all kinds of brainwashing and opinionations. They've been separated from nature. They don't eat their natural diet, and even when they try to eat their natural diet, the quality of the food is not the same. Okay, all kinds of things put in the air and in the water. You just everywhere you turn, there's nothing but wickedness and depressing things to look at, man, in this society. All right, but this is Western civilization for you. Okay? And even a lot of these societies in the East, okay, they're starting to merge Western ideals or philosophies of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, but I'm going to read this and then we're going to get a couple scriptures on it. World Mental Health Day 2025 urges psychological care in crises. Okay, now a lot of the problems with people psychologically comes from what the environment that they're in, the world that they're living in. Okay, and then those spirits manifest, man. All these wicked philosophies that just confuse people. All right, it says the World Health Organization and United Nations are leading. Well, the W.H.O, right? Go figure. Are leading World Mental Health Day on October 10th, 2025 with the theme Mental Health and Humanitarian Emergencies. So the same ones that are creating the mental health issues are the ones that are trying to solve it. And a lot of times what they do is they try and get people on these pharmaceutical drugs to solve their mental health issues. Okay? But really, a lot of the problem is this, especially here in America, is this American culture, man. It'll drive you crazy. It'll drive you crazy. People are not supposed to live like how we're living. Okay? Everything is just oppression and depression. You got to wait till the end of the week to get paid when really you're supposed to be getting paid every day. Okay? You're subject to payments. You got this bill, that bill, the other bill. When really a lot of those things that we receive should be free, okay, because they come from the earth. Okay, you got to pay taxes, you got to pay, you may have to pay rent. I mean, even if you own your home, you still have to, pay taxes in a lot of these states. Okay, everywhere you turn on the news, there's some crazy shit going on. All that messes with your mental health. Okay, and Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the children of the wicked, he's putting out there, well, hey, it's 144, right? He's putting out there that his answer to a lot of this is to worship his AI God. Okay, to worship his AI God. He's always got the solution to the problems that he creates. But the solution is going to be this kingdom being brought down and the kingdom of Yahushai with his joint heirs, the elect, being established. Okay? You cannot fix that which is crooked and make it straight. Okay? This kingdom is unfixable. It's unfixable. And going to the polling stations and voting, okay? A lot of people think that that's going to cure the sickness. That's just putting Band-Aid on the wounds. Let's say you do get a representative in, okay, that actually does good things for the general public. So fucking what? So fucking what? Okay? It's just going to be met with opposition, and they're going to be outnumbered, and eventually they're going to be controlled, or they're going to be ousted. Okay, there is no fixing this kingdom, man. I made a video about how, and I got ChatGPT to agree with this. It said that there are millions and millions of laws in America, if you include all municipalities, and it is impossible to follow them all. Just breathing and existing, you're breaking the laws under this society. How is that not supposed to drive somebody fucking mad? How is that not supposed to drive somebody mad? Let me get this scripture real quick. Okay, let's get Micah 2 and 10. Actually, let's get 2 and 1. And then we'll jump down to 10. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity. Okay, and that's these elites. They devise iniquity. They think of all kinds of wickedness to put on the earth. Okay? The real satanic energy out there. Satanic vibration. A lot of the symbols that you see on these Fortune 500 companies, they go back to pagan gods. Okay? They push that vibration out there and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And the scriptures say that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Again, I don't have any, I only have a couple scriptures in mind, but we're just going to go with the Spirit. We'll jump around. Precept upon precept, line upon line. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And what's the main judge that he covered the face of? Yahweh Shai. Okay, he put that image of Jesus Christ out there, which is nothing more than an idol. And he covered up who the angels really are, who the Israelites really are. Those are the judges of the earth. Okay? And he made these angels with the blonde hair and the blue eyes flying around, these little babies. It just looks ridiculous. If not, where and who is he? Okay? So if they're not the wicked, then you please tell us who the wicked is. Please tell us who the wicked is. This is back in Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity. And the word woe means destruction. And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay? Now let me get this. I believe it's in Ephesians 5 and 25. No. Or 5 and 11. Ephesians 5 and 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So we're supposed to reprove and correct that, and tell people what the proper way is, man. And it's really to follow this truth. Okay? But the core of this truth is only for the Israelites. Alright, now let's go. Where was I? What was my first scripture? It wasn't Micah. Okay, let's go back to Micah. It's like I had a little brain I had a little misfire there in the brain. And that's another thing that's going on. These people, they go through so much shit, so much stress. This whole society is designed to stress you out, man. Throw you off balance. Okay? Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And this is not our place of rest. Okay, it is absolutely polluted. And the main pollution these days comes from, is targeted at your mind. Okay? It's targeted at your mind. You look at how destructive black culture is towards our people. Just look at that, man. And it's not created by our own people. It's created by the wicked elites. Okay, they can make anybody famous that they want, or bring down anybody that they want. But anyways, back to this. But yes, this place is polluted, man. It will destroy you, man, being here. Okay? Lot was filled with the vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. That's how we are here. We're and the scriptures tell us to sigh and cry for the abominations that are done thereof. So a lot of people may say that we're being negative, but really we're being positive, man. We're looking at this wickedness through a spiritual eye, and we're absorbing it, man. We're the ones that are absorbing it, because these NPCs out here, these regular people, they're not absorbing it. They're just part of the matrix, man. Okay? Because we know how things really should be. Okay? And we're crying to our Father to bring His Son down here, man. This is World Mental Health Day 2025 urges psychological care in crisis. The World Health Organization and United Nations are leading World Mental Health Day on October 10, 2025 with the theme Mental Health and Humanitarian Emergencies, emphasizing integration of psychological support into responses for disasters and conflicts affecting over 305 million people. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada, yada. A bunch of whole bullshit, right? You see Manchester United, okay, which is an elite organization. And then you see New York's Project Healthy Minds Festival. But this is one of the states where they where there's no justice, okay? This is one of the most liberal states where they have where criminals can commit all kinds of crimes and not get any time, okay? This is one of the states that's most open to the alphabet people. Okay. Now let's get some more scriptures. And we hate these devils, man. The scriptures say that we hate them with a perfect hatred. We hate the Lord's enemies with a perfect hatred. This is Psalm 29:2. Oh, it's like it's Proverbs. I hit the wrong book. Ugh. 29:2. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, people mourn. And that's why there's so many uprisings going on in the world right now, because the wicked are in rulership. And it's a lot deeper than the politicians you see on your TV or on your social media, okay? The true people that run this, and coordinate all this, you don't see them out there. You don't see the Rothschilds. You don't see the Rockefellers in the spotlight, because they keep themselves hidden, man. Okay? They keep themselves hidden. But yes, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay? And we could get some scriptures on the kingdom, man, about how amazing it's going to be. Let's get that in Isaiah. I believe it's in Isaiah 11. Bear with me. Okay, let's get man, I could just read the whole chapter. I'm not trying to make this too long. Isaiah 11:4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. Because when the Lord comes back, everything is going to be in a balance, man. Okay, he's going to set our people back up on the top. But those of our people that are rebellious, okay, they have to be destroyed on this side, and they have to be reborn again through the loins of the elect in the kingdom. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Okay, and right now, how is he slaying the wicked? Through the lips of the prophets. Okay, because we're out here prophesying, condemning this shit, man. Do you see these Christians speaking about how wicked the society is? No, they got an American flag in their background with their clean-shaven face. They want this to go on forever. They want to create the kingdom of heaven here on earth, man. Just like my man Mr. Kirk was doing. Okay? You can't be an all American elect member, man. It don't work like that, okay? This is Babylon the Great. This is the mother of harlots and abominations. Back in verse 5, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. Okay, now in the kingdom, right, it says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. Okay, total peace, total safety. You can't lead your child near a wolf, will get eaten. You can't lead your child out there. You can't even leave your child in the park unsupervised for 2 minutes. You got to worry about weirdos and PDF people. We got to speak in code. You can't even talk about the PDF people, man, or they'll flag your videos. The weirdos, the chomos. And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp. That's crazy. And the weaned child shall put his hand in the cockatrice den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Okay? And in that day shall there be a root of Jesse, which was Yahushai, right? Which shall stand for an ensign. Now, if you go up to the top, right? It's really talking about the Israelites when you read the first 2 verses, because it's getting into roots and bloodlines, man. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek. Now, that's not talking about these heathen Gentiles. It's talking about our people that are scattered. Okay? And if you look up the Hebrew word there, you'll understand that. It's gar, okay? And in that and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Okay, the remnant of his people are the elect. Okay, a remnant shall be saved out of Israel, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elon and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Okay? The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, okay, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans, and which is the chief tribe of the northern kingdom. So that includes you Mexicans, you Colombians, so on and so forth, right? And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And you could see that kind of happening right now, man. A lot of these Latinos, blacks and Latinos, they used to have partaken in that gang warfare against each other. They used to not be able to, be around each other, but they're starting to come together. Okay? They're starting to come together and find out who the common enemy is. Okay? But man, let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. We're in the spirit. Alright, we're in the spirit right now. The plantation can wait. Okay. This is Hosea. Well, hey, let's get back into the mental health. Isaiah was it 19? Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Okay? So it's really the Lord at the end of the day that's creating these mental health issues. Okay? Because he controls all. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And that's what's going on right now. These people, they're drunk with these wicked philosophies, man. And they're in error. They have an error in their ways. Okay? They have a serious error in their ways. Okay? There's no direction in their life. There's no solution to their to their problems in sight. Okay? They're spiritually lost and confused. All right? Let's get this in Hosea and then we'll wrap it up. But this is Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Well, hey, let's just mention one thing. It's written in Peter, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. Okay? I believe that's in Peter. But one thing I know it says in Peter is, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, seeketh and roameth about, seeking whom he may devour. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? So if you're a man of the Lord and you're focused, okay, and you're keeping your eyes single, then the Lord is gonna protect you from a lot of these temptations. This is Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. Okay? And this world's version of knowledge of the Most High is Christianity, which we all know is just westernized nonsense, man. Okay? The Lord didn't give the proper understanding of the word to the Christian church, because it really stems in Roman Catholicism, which was invented by who? Esau, Edom. Okay, at the end of the day, man, it comes from the fourth beast. Okay, so there's no knowledge of the Most High in the land, man. These people, they loathe, they can't stand the laws of the Most High, man, because they have no order, they have no discipline. Okay, that's why in the church they tell you it's okay to eat pork. You can do whatever you want, right? They don't even break down adultery properly. What adultery really is. Okay. They don't have a balance between the man and the woman and the child. They sissify the men. It's just nonsense, man. They're really just entry level, a lot of them. They're really just entry level. And you do have some Christians that actually read. But there's no standards, man. You go to church for 20 years and not know anything. Not know a damn thing. Okay? And then they'll tell you that you don't even have to know the Most High's laws or even read the Old Testament. A majority of the prophecies in the New Testament are just paraphrasing from the Old Testament, man. Okay? And the scriptures say, let me get this, Romans. Okay, now it's important to note that we're not under the law. We're not justified by the law. This is Romans 3:20. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. So understanding the laws of the Heavenly Father, is understanding what sin really is. Okay, that's what sin is: transgression of the law. Okay? Now, we're not saved by the law, but understanding the law is knowing what true, right, and wrong is. It's a lot deeper than just reading the 10 Commandments, man. Alright? But, with that, I believe I've proved the point. Till next time, Shalom. I hope you all are edified.